Now to a very disturbing story out of Dallas. A 15-year-old girl disappeared from a Dallas Mavericks game. Then she was sold for sex. She's back home thanks to a trafficking agency out of Houston.
Now her parents want accountability from Dallas police, the Mavs, and the Oklahoma City hotel where she was found. They say someone could have prevented the trafficking of their child. Morgan Young spoke to their attorney.
She was gone missing a total of 11 days.
A 15-year-old girl went to a Mavs game with her dad on April 8th. She went to the bathroom right before halftime and never came back.
There were so many safeguards that were supposed to be in place, but didn't work.
Surveillance footage showed her leaving with a man. Zeke Fortenberry, the family's attorney, says that was her first contact with him. On April 18th, Oklahoma City police found her in a hotel room where she'd been advertised and sold.
This girl was being sexually assaulted at a hotel room on multiple nights. So any time that she could have been rescued from that sooner would have been better.
DPD confirmed a report was made to an off-duty officer working the game, but said missing juveniles are considered runaways unless they are kidnapped, and the cases have to be filed where the juvenile lives. In this case, that's North Richland Hills. That department confirmed they received the report she was missing at about 1:27 a.m., about 6 hours after the game started. She was entered into the National Missing Person database about 2 hours later. Fortenberry says the family was tired of waiting and went to a trafficking agency in Houston.
That agency was able to help them locate the photograph of their daughter online within the same day.
That agency contacted Oklahoma City police, who found her and arrested 8 people. Fortenberry says DPD should have done more.
And if it's their policy that they're not supposed to respond to these types of cases, then their policy needs to change.
The family also blames the hotel staff.
When a 40-something-year-old man walks in with a 15-year-old girl and rents multiple hotel rooms, and then there's traffic coming in and out of those rooms, those are red flags.
Last week, they sent letters to everyone they think could have stopped this.
We want them to be aware of what's coming, and we are also asking them to preserve all the evidence as it relates to this case.
Now, while this story is still unfolding in Dallas, here in Central Texas, local law enforcement is working to stop this reality.
The lead detective of McLennan County Sheriff's Office Human Trafficking Unit, Joseph Scaramucci, even travels to other law enforcement departments to help fight against trafficking. 6 News anchor Bailey Bates spoke to him today about the case of the Dallas teen and how things were handled.
Detective Joseph Scaramucci with the McLennan County Sheriff's Office heard about the missing Dallas teen who was recently found in sex advertisements. Unfortunately, he's no stranger to situations like this. He tells me in most trafficking cases, there is some type of prior communication. He can't speak to the Dallas case in particular as it's not his jurisdiction, but he understands that in fresh situations, the facts aren't always clear. Scaramucci says not every case should or can be considered human trafficking, which law enforcement in North Texas didn't do.
Looking what law enforcement did or did not do on this particular case, we have to evaluate the facts that they had them at the time that they had them, and that's difficult to do. The beauty is that this child was recovered. And people are being held accountable for that.
He says having the training and tools to combat trafficking is extremely important for law enforcement, and that's why he helps other departments across the country, because unfortunately, trafficking happens everywhere, not just in Waco, where the sheriff's office makes it a priority.
Anywhere in the state of Texas is not immune to this, and it's like any other fight we're gonna take. If we're going to actively combat it, we have to know how, right? We have to know the right ways to do that.
Scaramucci tells me another huge role in stopping human trafficking is going to be public education and involvement, which can lead to more help solving each case. Reporting in Waco, Bailey Bates, 6 News.
All right, thanks, Bailey.